had been in the kitchen, so I opened the kitchen door to have a look because I seen the lightning. And I was videoing the lightning, and then all of a sudden, I just felt this enormous pressure, especially in my ears. Um, and the sky seemed to change, but seemingly this was a tornado, which happened actually before the storm. And I began to panic because the hailstones were coming in.
The UK has been ravaged by yet another storm, this time named Kieran. It's been linked to extreme weather conditions that left 6 people dead in Italy. Closer to home, though, the island of Jersey has been battered by high winds. I can speak now to Ciaran, who lives on the island and is currently staying in a hotel after her home was badly damaged. You had warnings that a storm was coming. What did you do to prepare?
Well, I actually read it was safer to be downstairs than like upstairs. So I took bedding down, pillows, etc. Had all my Lucozade because I'm type 1 diabetic, so I had all my Lucozade there with some snacks, etc. So basically that was that, and I forewarned my daughter as to, like, seemingly there was a lot of talk about this storm because the last one was in 1987, which was 2 years before I arrived on the island, and people used to talk about it constantly. So, yeah.
Well, so when it hit, then finally, you were obviously very well prepared, but were you still taken by surprise at the ferocity of it?
Very much so, because I think it was about maybe 9 o'clock at night, and I thought, I don't think this is going to come to much. And then it was just before 12 o'clock. My daughter was upstairs drawing, and I had been in the kitchen. So I opened the kitchen door to have a look because I seen the lightning. And I was videoing the lightning, and then all of a sudden, I just felt this enormous pressure, especially in my ears. And the sky seemed to change, but seemingly this was a tornado, which happened actually before the storm. And I began to panic because the hailstones were coming in. So I was panicking. I was trying to close the kitchen door, but I couldn't. I found it hard because of the pressure.
Right.
And then I began to panic and shouted my daughter to come down. And my daughter came downstairs, and we tried to open the living room door where we would have been sleeping. And I had all the quilts ready, and we couldn't open the door, and that was pressure again.
Oh, so weird.
I was actually on a video call to my friend, and when I got the living room door open, that's when I seen glass everywhere. The windows had been blown in.
Oh my gosh.
And that was the tornado that actually had blown the windows in. And
so this was all on Wednesday night.
yes.
What did you do next? Because, I mean, where you were going to sleep had been destroyed. So what happened?
Totally. Well, me and my daughter went into the kitchen, and we went behind a wall where there's a cupboard. We closed all the doors so there wasn't like wind coming through and maybe going through the patio windows as well. So we stayed in the living room, and then emergency services came round, and they says, "Are you okay?" I says, "We're in a bit of shock." And they says, "Well, further up is very much destroyed, and we're going to try and evacuate these people, and then we'll make our way down to you." But they never turned up. Obviously, they were running around mad. So me and my daughter stayed. Well, I stayed awake the whole night. She had about an hour's sleep, and we stayed in the kitchen, and that was us basically until early evening yesterday.
Oh gosh. And you're now in a local hotel. Fortunately, you're safe and sound, but you've been back to your house this afternoon. What's the state of the damage?
I went this morning to pick up some stuff, and I thought I was okay about it, but when I actually got there, I suffer from anxiety anyway, and anxiety just took over me again. It was just being back and seeing the devastation. And I was quite shocked as well because my back garden, which was pretty big, and had a brick wall surrounding it and fences, and the whole lot was smashed right down. My front windows of the house are all smashed in, and the roof is pretty bad as well.
Well,
And
Ciaran, I'm so sorry to hear that. It sounds like a terrible situation.
yeah,
I hope
it was.
eventually you manage to get back and put things right. But Ciaran Marker, thank you very much for telling us about your week in the thick of it.